Hi, I'm Grayson Keller from the Garden Group, and welcome to my backyard. Today we're going to be talking about companion planting and the Three Sisters specifically. Companion planting is the grouping of plants in a single garden area that all are mutually beneficial to each other. The Three Sisters are a type of companion planting originated by the Native Americans. The first sister is the corn. I have a sweet corn here. It's peaches and cream. It'll grow to be about 5 to 6 feet. It is pollinated by the wind, and the purpose of this sister is to be a stake for the beans to grow up. The beans are the second sister. Make sure to use a runner bean or a pole bean because the idea is for it to grow up the stalk of the corn. If you get a bush bean, it's not going to grow up the stalk. Right here is a quarantine bean. The third sister is a squash. You can do winter varieties or summer varieties. I've got a combination of both. We've got 3 summer varieties, a yellow squash, a midnight zucchini, and then a pumpkin, which is a type of squash. Summer zucchini, summer squash, but they're all going to work the same. I put them on the corners here because they're meant to block out the sun and create some nice cool temperatures underneath here. I'll keep the soil temperature down. See how wide those leaves are? That'll help with weed suppression and then also give you the nice harvest. There is a fourth sister that you could use, and that's a sunflower. That is meant to bring in the pollinators. So I'm going to stick that right in the middle. The last thing we have to do is plant them. Can you dig it? You don't need any fancy tools here. You just need a set of hands. You can use a trowel, but the idea is just to dig a little hole about the size of this pot and then cover the top just like this, flip it over, squeeze around the outside, and there it goes. Stick it right in the hole and backfill. So the planting procedure is the same for every plant. Flip it over, take off the pot, dig the little hole, and pop it in. Now when you're done planting, just fluff up the soil a little bit. You don't want anything to be too lumpy, or you want it to be nice and level and even. So because of the time of year, it's still pretty cold at night. We'll probably put a row cover on top of this just to keep them warm. They are our little plant babies. You want to tuck them in. When the nights get warmer than say 50 degrees, you can take that row cover off and build a little tripod of stakes. And the tripod is meant to just act as a little bit of structure for the corn and the sunflower. Just tie them in just like this. And that way, if the wind blows, it has a little something to fall back on. You can put string around the outside just like that. And you're trying to avoid it from cracking and falling over. So this is a good attempt at that. So to tie it up at the top, just use a little bit of jute twine. You can find this at your local lumber yard. Island Lumber, Marine Home Center. They probably have it at Bartlett Farm. You just cut a little piece off and tie it in. The final step is watering. A lot of people want to automate the watering with an irrigation system, but I think it's good to hand water because while you're watering, you're there in the garden enjoying it, and you're using your eyes to see what's there, what's needed, whether it be weeds or bugs that are eating the flowers and the veggies, or any little pest that you might have to deal with. You're there seeing it before it's a real problem. I hope everyone's staying happy and healthy during these strange times. Gardening is something that you can control, and it has a lot of healing powers. The more time you spend in the garden, the better you feel, the more rejuvenized you feel. And that's a good thing to have in your back pocket. I hope everyone's out there enjoying the warmer weather and tending to their pandemic patch.